Hey beautiful people, Dr. W here with my very own TCG. I don't want to go into a lot of detail, but I will talk about the different card types. So for now, it's called Folklore. That might change, but I do really like it. It fits with the theme. So for the first card type, it's the Sentient. These are the creatures you battle with. They use level as their stat, so they don't have attack or defense. On the bottom, you can see the requirements to bring this card into play. You can see this card uses a respawn system, but other cards might use something else. In the center is where your effect would usually be, but this card doesn't have one, so it's blank. The next card type I'll go into is your event card. They'll always be on the field, and you can activate them for their effects. They usually have a cooldown, so that you can't constantly spam the effect, but that'll be deck specific. This one has a 4-day cooldown, and that's specific to the heroes, so it might be different for another deck. So the next and most important card is your Crooks. This is what you're defending, so when it is destroyed, you lose the game. You can see it has a level, but this card takes damage differently than any other card. Also on the bottom, you can see there are some numbers and words next to them, and these describe how your deck is run. So the heroes have one structure, one base, one sentient, so you can only run one of those. Later I'll have reinforcements, but for now I'm testing balance. Speaking of reinforcements, these cards are kept on the side and are drawn like every other card game. Depending on what deck it is, you'll have different cards in your reinforcement pile. So for heroes, it's mostly spells that you draw. You can see it looks like a shirt on the left side and a lightning bolt on the right side. That means it's an equipped spell and it can be activated whenever. On the bottom, it has a cooldown so that if you draw multiple in a row, they can't be spammed, but that's also deck specific. Your base or garrison, I'm still not sure what name I want to use, is where your cards will go to heal or where they spawn. So let's say you have 10 cards and your opponent has 10 cards and you battle. Somehow you guys get away and they have less cards than you. You might want to go back to your base so that you can have the upper hand in the next fight. So it opens up a whole world for strategy, and I feel brings really interesting play to it. On the bottom, it tells you how much level your cards will heal, and some have effects, like the heroes, they can equip a spell to it. So how does this game play? Well, I'm hoping that it plays as a competitive game where skill is rewarded more than anything. If you want a deck that has a little bit more of a luck factor than others, it's your choice. And there are different decks that cater to different people's play styles. And I feel that's what really brings the fun into it. The more knowledge you have of your deck, the better chance you have of winning. And that's what it really boils down to. So in the future, I will go into more specific things as how do you play the game and how do these different cards work. Please leave a comment down on what you want to see first. Most likely I'm going to go on how to play the game so that you can understand the whole, but we'll see about that. Also, please leave support. It really helps me. For now, I'm pretty much making the game for myself, and it's not really... I love it, but it's kind of hard to love something that you feel is pointless. So please leave support if you do enjoy this idea. I'm willing to go full force with this if people are actually interested. So just comment. I always love to comment with people. We could have a little chat down there. So see you in the comment section. Subscribe if you want to see more content of this. And yeah, love you. Bye.